Hey guys, me again. So basically, this here is your Outsiders Compare and Contrast essay outline. So basically, you're going to be answering the following question, which is here on the very first line. So did the movie version of The Outsiders stay true to the book? Meaning, did the content of the film and the things that happen stay true to the book? To answer this question, you're going to need to compare and contrast the book and the movie by describing, here it says 2 ways that they are similar and 3 ways that they're different. So it's 3 ways that they're similar and 3 ways that they're different. I'm going to change that on your actual outline. So basically, when we're talking about comparing and contrasting, comparing is when you're talking about how things are similar, and contrasting is you're talking about how things are different. So you're going to want to think about, as you're watching the movie, what is really similar between the book and the movie, and what is really different between the book and the movie. So for this essay, you're going to compare and contrast the novel to the movie adaptation of The Outsiders. Your essays are going to be a minimum of 300 words. It's definitely going to be longer because it's a 4-paragraph essay. So a compare and contrast essay describes how things are similar and how they're different. So note here with the stars. Note the elements that you are comparing and contrasting should be important to the story and not your own personal opinion about it. So for example, your own personal opinion is or would be something along the lines of, Ponyboy, the actor that played Ponyboy is not who I thought it was, is not what I imagined he would be. So that would be your own personal opinion. So it wouldn't be relevant to your essay. But some things that you can be writing about and looking for as you're watching the movie is the setting. Characters. Did the movie change how the characters are described, or did it stay true to the novel? Was the development of a character different or the same in the movie version? Also, plot events. How did they unravel similarly? How were they different? So in terms of plot, when you summarized on Friday the book, you're talking about the main things that happened. Did everything stay the same, or were there certain things that were different in the movie? So you want to think about how these things played out, whether they're similar or different, and also you want to think about why would a director keep these things the same and why would they change certain things? So maybe certain things are too long to explain in a movie, whereas obviously in a book, the writer has more time to unravel certain events and certain background stories that you don't get in the movie version because it would be way too long to watch. Okay? So here is the structure of your essay. So paragraph 1 is your introductory paragraph. So you're going to introduce what you're comparing and contrasting. So you're going to be introducing the novel The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, and you're going to be answering the question which we saw at the top here in the first paragraph. So I wrote the question again. Did the movie version of The Outsiders stay true to the book? So you're going to answer whether you think it did or it didn't. And basically in your paragraphs, you're going to be describing what was similar and what was different. So paragraph 2 is where you're comparing. So you're going to be writing 3 ways that the book and the movie are similar. So as you're watching, you should be taking notes. For each similarity, identify why you think the director stayed true to the novel. So if you name one similarity, you have to describe it, and then you also have to talk about why you think the director stayed true to the novel. So you'll end up talking about 3 different things in your first paragraph. Remember to transition between your ideas also. Don't just write in point form, it's a paragraph. Paragraph 3, contrast. So write 3 ways that the book and the movie are different from one another. And then here it says, for each difference, identify why you believe the director would change that element of the storyline. And then paragraph 4, conclusion. Write out a final statement about your essay. Okay, so the conclusion is very simple. It could be a couple of sentences, doesn't have to be more than that. Here are the vocabulary words. So here are some vocabulary to use when you're comparing and contrasting. So when you're comparing, meaning you're talking about how things are similar, you can use the words similar to, alike, similarly, both. When you're contrasting, meaning when you're talking about the differences, you should be saying things like different from or unlike, in contrast, however. These are just some vocabulary words to get you going. So here's your outline. Please read through it also on your own. And basically, you're going to be working on this for the next couple of classes. Here, if we take a look, this is the Venn diagram. You guys can, if you have a printer at home, you can print out a copy to use as you're watching the film, or you can also create your own by, connecting two circles and writing novel and film, and in the middle it would be for both. So basically, make sure that you're writing out the things that you find are different between the film and the novel, and then in the middle where it says both, this is the similarities, the things that are staying the same between the book and the movie. Okay, so you can use this for your notes. If you have any questions, like I mentioned before, please email me or message me on the chat. So today you guys are focusing on watching the movie and filling in this Venn diagram. Next class, on tomorrow's class, you're also going to have time to finish up the movie and complete